Hey, we got a lot going on here today. We're going to talk about the Bertazzoni oven, about the stovetop, and we're going to give you some great ideas for Super Bowl Sunday. How about chicken tenders and how about chicken wings? Crispy chicken wings, but we're going to make them in the oven, so I think that's going to be pretty cool. So I'm going to get things started with this chicken tenders thing, and I'm going to make a little noise here because we're making them with pretzels on the outside. That's right. And if you take a look over here, I've got some of these Snyder pretzels I got over here at Costco in a big jar. And you're going to need a couple cups of those. So I got some there. I got some extras for the party and all that sort of thing. I also tried to get some of those, well, I got them actually, those little ones that are just the crispy part, real thin pretzels. I tried to use those. I didn't like the flavor so much, but you can try other ones, buttery pretzels, that sort of thing. And you can find something you really like. Okay. Now these are going to be a little crunchy looking. I got those in there, and as I pour these in there, I want to introduce you to Steve Caldwell. Steve, come on in, bud. Steve is the representative from Bertazzoni. He's the guy that talked us into upgrading here. We got all this stuff at Edelman Plumbing in the past. How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh yeah. Well, he's watched the show a little bit, so he was talking about how, hey, you guys might like this Bertazzoni thing that you're representing now that you sell what, at Edelman Plumbing, a couple different places around town?
Yes, there's 5 stores actually that have it.
Okay, so you can find that. He'll tell you about that website and everything. But what's really cool about it is it's sort of like the Ferrari of cooktops, isn't it?
Yes. Actually, Bertazzoni is a company based out of Italy, northern part of Italy, a city called Guastalla, just outside of Parma.
Guastalla. Oh, Parma. It's like near the hams and the Parmesan cheese and
exactly.
all that.
And and that's they started back in 1882. And they were a company that just made cheese scales. Oh. And the story is that they had a train that was coming through town all of a sudden, you know, back in 1882. They had a brand new train track, and they saw on the train track that there was wood-burning stoves that they had on there. So he's like, well, you know what, we could do that too. So he went back to the shop and started making his own range. And that's how it started. Okay, they're not wood anymore, though, I'll tell you that. These things they're gas and they're fired up. Let me tell you a little bit about what we're cooking now, because we're also doing that. This seasoning I just got is not from Italy. It is from Detroit, the Detroit Eastern Market. And this is some kind of chipotle rub that I love. A lot of the folks here in the studio that we went and shoot that road trip, and we're using it on there, and I just inhaled some. And let me tell you something, that stuff will send you to the moon, Alice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put these chicken tenders in a little bit of flour, a little bit of egg wash. You've seen us do this before a million times with different cutlets and stuff. And then in the pretzel mix over here. So I got a couple of them going. And we're gonna see if the Bertazzoni is gonna work over here. What's the chance, Steve, that it's gonna fry these up for us pretty good? It'll do just fine.
It'll do just fine. I'll tell you what, we had a nice stovetop in here before, and that's the cool thing about Edelman Plumbing. You know, it's not just a plumbing store. They got all these ranges. They got bathroom stuff. They got kitchen stuff. They got all kinds of crazy stuff. There we go. That looks like it's working just right. So in addition to what we had in the past, they have Bertazzoni, they have Wolfit, they have Viking, they have everything. But I think this is really a great product, isn't it?
It is a great product. Performs very well. It's designed for function first and foremost, but you know, based in Italy, it has to have style as well, and that's where Bertazzoni kind of separates themselves from many other companies.
We're talking about the top being a great performer, and talking about Ferraris. They come in Ferrari red also, but the top is pretty cool too, because it's a sealed top, which is unusual, and at the same time it performs like a restaurant top, doesn't it?
Correct. Well, the engineering behind it, they use a one-piece sealed stamp. You know, it's a stamped top, so there's no seams in the top, and it's the same whether you're doing a cooktop or a range top. They use it all one-piece stainless steel, so it's easy to clean. But then the sealed top burners allows you to, you know, if you're cooking and you have any spillovers, there's no way for the.
Do you think we have spillovers on this show? Look in there, man. It's
likely.
It's like Noah's Ark in there. There's like things from the past hiding in there.
So it's an easier way to clean, and many companies are doing that now with the sealed burners. They have the technology that they've been working on for many years to, you know, perfect the performance of the flame and the way the burners work.
Well, I really like it because, you know, I always complain you don't have enough heat. I'm going to do a little demonstration here for you guys on this front burner right here. This is the brass burner. You can see this. I'm going to find the right knob here and turn this on. I want you guys to watch what happens when I turn this on. Now, you think there's enough fire there? You could be a blacksmith here. You could shoe horses off this range, huh?
That's an 18,000 BTU burner there. You can actually simmer on that same burner.
I really dig that, man. Hey, you can hold that thought 1 second, but sure. I want to get our wings started for the oven, and this is going to be so stupid simple that I'm going to put all the ingredients. You got dry wings. You make the wings in there dry. They're thawed out. You towel dry them so they're dry. And you put in 2 tablespoons. I learned this from talking to a bunch of people. 2 tablespoons of baking powder. That's why you wear the Bertazzoni apron, because stuff's flying everywhere. And then you put in just about a teaspoon of salt. Not much salt, because there's a salt quality in that baking powder. And then you're going to stir these around. Just like that. While that's stirring around, I am going to also flip my chicken. Got a lot going on here. So look at that. You go, Bertazzoni. I'm sort of digging that. How's that look? Can you see that, Steve?
Yes, I can.
What do you think? Is that okay?
It's browning nicely.
Will that work at your house?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay, so now I got these all stirred up here. Look, they don't look like much. Now, what you do with these now is you take them and you put them, you spray on here like a non-stick spray, because the wings could stick. And then when you put them on this, you try to put them skin side up. My wife said, "What do you mean skin side up? They're all skin side up." No, those little drumettes, they have one side that's not a lot of skin, so that side you want to turn up. Remind me to wash my hands during the commercial break, okay?
I'll do that.
So what we're going to do with these, Steve, is we're going to put these in the Bertazzoni oven at 250 degrees. Let me check these with my clean hand real quick. Looking good. Okay, so I'm going to put these, you spread them out a little better when you have more time at home, okay, folks? But see how they look just sort of like, well, they look nasty to me, but I think they're going to look good in the end. So we're going to take these and we're going to put these in here. And Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about this baby? Because I start these at 250 degrees, recipes on site, for 30 minutes, and then I have to turn it up to 425. So how would I go about doing that?
All right, well, you've got 2 different control knobs here that actually change the function and the temperature. And then you have a digital control panel here that allows you to navigate through the system itself. You also have a temperature probe option on some models. This one happens to have a temperature probe, which obviously we won't use on the chicken here. But so you can actually change the knob to bake.
I like this because you don't have to be very smart to run this baby, do you?
There's also an assistant in here that has 33 preset settings in here. So if you don't know how to cook it, it can help you cook. You can also program it so that you can manage your own recipes. So let's say you made it, this recipe here, you can actually program it so it remembers exactly what you did, how long you cooked, and what temperatures. So you can actually just refer back to it using the recipe.
And what I liked about it also is when we took out the stuff here that was made here in the United States, this stuff from Italy fit right in there, and it was perfect. I mean, it's perfect fit and everything, and you get a little more power. And like I said, I had a Viking at my house for 30-some years, and after working on this a little bit, I'm actually thinking about maybe going Italian. I can't afford a Ferrari, but I think I can afford a Bertazzoni, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when we come back, we're going to take the wings out of the oven. Our chicken tenders coated in pretzels are going to be finished. We're going to show you a sauce for those, and we're going to make a sauce for the wings. That's coming up right after the break. Okay, here we go. We're back cooking on the Bertazzoni here. What do you think? Do you think Steve did a good job?
He did phenomenal. I asked him if he gets any commission when all these people start coming in and buying these now, since they saw you explain how great they are.
Yeah.
But no, not happening.
I get credit, good job.
Good job.
You did it. You did a great job.
Okay, I'm going to get some clean tongs out here. And here's what the chicken wings look like now. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a little sauce here. So we've got 2/3 of a cup of butter in here, and we're going to put in a cup of Frank's Red Hot. And this is the very first version of buffalo wing sauce. So you can use margarine if you want. If you're worried about the butter or the margarine, hey, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Give it a shot, right?
It's a cheat day. No one's worried about it on
baby.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay, and I had some kind of, oh, here we go. We'll stir this like this.
Did you remind him to wash his hands? Okay.
Okay, I'm going to pull these out because I think they're done. Hey, Steve, would you turn off the Bertazzoni? I'm going to leave that one in. Would you turn off the Bertazzoni for me there?
Sure.
These chicken pretzel things, you got to cook them like a little lower than usual. You got to cook them around 350 because the pretzel will burn.
I do.
There we go.
Those look spectacular.
Okay, you can try one of those if you like.
Okay.
And I'm going to get this sauce together here.
Steve, you want to try one with me?
Sure.
We'll get some of these so that we're not burning our mouths off from the front. Here, I'll let you pull yours out. Take one of those.
What I'm going to do over here is I just put all these wings in here, and then I'm going to toss them with the sauce.
Look how nice they rip apart like that. That meat is so tender and juicy still in there. I didn't taste it yet, but
I think you guys are going to like this. You know, we made them with Doritos before. Now we made them with pretzels. And I put them with that Thai sauce. You like that Thai chili sauce?
I love
what do you guys
sweet
think
Thai
of
chili
that?
sauce. And with the pretzels, I really like it with the pretzels a lot.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good.
Just the right amount of crunchiness.
Ooh, I like the way you guys
Almost
talk.
feels, they feel healthy.
Okay, so I'm going to pour most of this in here. And what you do to do this job is you pull it out and then you toss it like this. See, that way you don't have to stir them around, break the skin and everything.
You make it look easy.
Yeah, the bigger and the flatter the bowl, the better.
I could drink hot sauce. That just looks phenomenal. I really could.
And there, my friends, are the oven-fried crispy wings. And you guys can try those too.
Look how great that looks. And if someone comes to your house and you're making these versus getting them from a restaurant or a piece, I mean, you're really going to impress people.
Let me see what's happening with this.
All right, I'm going to put this down. Put this here
Anyway,
because I got to try one of these. I always do this. And then
You guys are going to be shocked. Try one of those.
Love it. Crunchy on the outside, nice and juicy.
I didn't
on the
invent
inside.
it. Somebody told me about it. So I gave you a recipe. It's online. Check it out. A couple tablespoons of baking soda.
Oh,
Stir it 250, 30 minutes. About an hour at 425.
that's
Home
delicious. Now we're gonna have a party in here. Everybody's gonna come in here now because they're gonna want. So this is delicious. Thanks, David.
Great.
Pretty good.
Thank you. Yes, very good.
All right. Hey, the best way to round out a great meal is something sweet, right? So we're heading to Brunswick for a taste of none other than Angel Wings.